What's going on, guys? Ted from Immersion here, and it's time for a very, very short D&D update. Um, this week has been like almost non-existent with news. Didn't help that I covered Monday in the very, very late D&D update that came out earlier in the week. So, anyway, guys, stay tuned. Shall we jump right in? So, first up is this. I don't want to click on this right away. They've kind of done this for Out of the Abyss and a handful of the other games. It's basically one large comic graphic that covers the entirety of the campaign with little caveats and text areas. So I'm going to click on this. So heads up if you're playing Curse of Strahd. I don't know if this is Ravenloft in general, if that actually looking at it, or Curse of Strahd. But there may be spoilers. You've been warned. Giving you a chance to click away. I'm going to zoom in on this picture in 3, 2, 1. Here you go, start. Been sent to deliver you this message. If you be creatures of honor, you will come to the aid of my master in Barovia. Follow this map, blah, 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 to get to Barovia. So you can see it goes through the entirety of the castle and shows like all the different things until you get to the ultimate kind of showdown with Strahd somewhere over here. Ninja's entry over here. Things like that all the way to the end. So yeah, these are really cool little comic graphics. They definitely can help you as a DM. They're meant to be more of a joke, but you can definitely check these out because they will help you as a DM to kind of get an idea of a more visual description of the way things look, but also like a quick reference guide to where different things happen throughout the length of the campaign. Next up is this is the next book in the Homecoming series. So this is called Maestro. The next Homecoming is the newest Drizzt series by R.A. Salvatore. This is book 2. Drizzt is going home. Not to Mithril Hall, not to Icewind Dale, where he's from, but to Menzo Baranzan. That is the area in the Underdark where he is originally born from, where most of the Drow hail from in the Underdark. You can click here to read a sample chapter. I'm not going to bother going through that, but the link will be in the description. It's $27 US, $29.95 Canadian. You can click right here in the link in the description here to find a store, or you can pick it up on one of several audiobook or e-reader things. And then again at the bottom you can see Archmage or Archmage, which is Homecoming Book 1, and then several other of the... You can click this to see all the other R.A. Salvatore Drizzt novels that are out there. This field train on Madame Eva and Twitter bots. So this is the D&D podcast where Darius Kazemi and Courtney Stanton of Field Train come to talk about Madame Eva. If you're unfamiliar who Madame Eva or Ava, these are really back and forth on the way all these things are described. But anyway, what this is they put out a Twitter bot with the release of Curse of Strahd where you could tweet at, I think it was our hashtag D&D Fortune, or use at D&D Fortune, I can't remember. But you would send something and Madame Eva, the storyteller, would respond to your, whatever you put with a Taraka card. One of these ones here from the Taraka deck. So she might post this to you, which would be the Dark Lord, for instance, and you'd get an image of this card. And then she would give you a brief little description of your destiny, your character's destiny, based on the card. So it's a really cool little feature, but it's all about how that works, and how bots might be used in D&D going forward, and also what the heck is a bot. So if you would want to check out the D&D podcast, you can go to iTunes and download that, and that is what this D&D podcast this week is all about. And lastly, the Curse of Strahd Dungeon Master screen is now available through Gale Force 9's website. That is about it. If you guys check, it might be out in advance of this video. I'm not entirely sure, but I did a review on the Rage of Demons Dungeon Master screen. I've done a review on the Elemental Evil one, as well as the Tyranny of Dragons one. I just did this one. I have already pre-ordered and purchased the Curse of Strahd Dungeon Master screen, so upon its arrival, I will give a review of that, whether it's viable for your usage in the game, or whether or not you should just stick with the standard DM screen, More often than not, that's the way to go. Although you should check out my video on the Rage of Demons one, because I have a little bit of a differing opinion for the first time on one of these Gale Force 9 produced Dungeon Master screens. So anyway, all the links will be in the description for all of these videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, very short video this week. Not a lot in the way of news. We're in between campaigns and major D&D releases. Hopefully we'll get a new source book coming soon, or at least a new campaign. But it's kind of very quiet. There was talks a while back about a possible giant themed campaign, but if any of you guys have been out to any of the conventions where Wizards of the Coast has been there and they've talked about any of the upcoming stuff, or you've previewed any of the next level kind of campaign or modules that they have out there, please let me know. I'd love to be able to comment on it, and I will obviously credit you in these videos. But yeah, so what do we have for this week? Up top here we have Know Your Role. This is what you're going to see here is the last video from the main series of the game, which is right when the brand new Pat's brand new character, the Blade Singer, appeared, right in here. In the middle here is Roll for Roll. This is a game. What you're going to see, this is a game that I play every Sunday night from 9 p.m. Eastern to about midnight Eastern. This is a game with a couple other Twitch and YouTube folks that you can check out right here. Also, regarding that, every Monday night from 9 p.m. Eastern to midnight, we play in a different game on this channel. The game is called Choices, and it is run by the female player from Sunday night, Light Nevea. She's the DM, and it is a really non-traditional game. There's an otter, there's a frog, a satyr, all homemade weird classes, but it's definitely really interesting. You should check that out. Those are unfortunately not up on YouTube yet. I'm working with Light herself to get those uploaded so that you guys can catch up on previous episodes. And down the bottom, it says Know Your Role one-shot, but as I said last week, it's technically a two-shot. We continued the episode this past Tuesday the 12th. Jake is running a game. It was for our Twitch follower goal. We broke 150 subscribers, which we were super pumped about on Twitch. So as a thank you to you guys for helping us get to that point, we did a one-shot where Jake was the DM and all of us were players. However, we didn't finish it in one game, so we continued on to the two-shot for this past week. And funny enough, again, we didn't finish it. But rather than completely delaying the main game that you'll see up here, we are going to resume Know Your Role this Tuesday, the 19th of April. And we're going to continue doing that. However, I'll announce it now. May 1st, which is a Sunday, we are going to be doing a much longer, it'll be a longer stream, probably around 5 hours. We're going to use that to completely finish out Jake's one-shot. So Jake will be it doesn't really have a name, but there's some really interesting characters. It's level 14, I will point that out, so if you want to see some high-level D&D play, it's worth checking out. So May 1st, from around 1 p.m. Eastern Time till around 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be playing and finishing up Jake's one-shot. If we finish it early enough and we still have time left in that time slot, we'll roll into the Know Your Role proper. So for the next 2 weeks, Tuesday the 19th and Tuesday the 26th, we will be playing the base Know Your Role game that you guys are familiar with, the one up here, the Blade Singer, Theron, Flint, and Clyde, and the new character, Roland. And then, if you check out our Twitch channel, again, links will be in the description, I have added a little section for follower goals. We are 19 subscribers away from 200. At 200 subs, we're going to do a one-shot, and a literal one-shot this time, of a brand new system, a new game. An entirely new role-playing, not Dungeons & Dragons. The current winner, as far as the group is concerned, is the old 1980s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness game. I have all of those books, so I re-rolled up a character for one person last night, so everybody's going to be their own mutant animal and playing through some 1980s craziness. So if we hit 200 subscribers, that's what we will do. That's 19 subs away, so if you guys want to see how that goes, you can go and check that out. I've also added a caveat. If the characters manage to survive May the 1st, we have decided that for every 50 followers after, once we hit 200, for every 50 followers after that, no matter what, we're going to resume on a Sunday this one-shot campaign in this world. We will continue play through that on continuing Sundays every time we break another 50 subscribers. So be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, we might also throw out some random Sunday streams, which again I'll notify you guys ahead of time. And when those Sunday streams happen, those will just be longer streams to kind of get through more and more content for the base Know Your Role game, assuming we don't break the follower goal. Anyway, guys, that was a lot of information, and I realize you're probably tired and don't want to hear me talk anymore, but if you want to click that subscribe button down below, you'll stay up to date on any of the stuff we put out here on YouTube. And it really helps the channel. If you like the video, that helps as well. Anything, you know, tell your friends, stuff like that. We are trying to grow so we can get to more and more people out there and share our wealth of Dungeons & Dragons gameplay, as well as knowledge and updates. There's going to be a bunch more reviews, a couple of discussion pieces, and some more general 101 style stuff. Things that I've recognized people have issues with, like spellcasting and understanding different actions within combat. I'm going to do separate videos that are just solely on that, to kind of make sure that you guys, if you're playing, new player, old player, Dungeon Master player alike, you can kind of get an idea of what's going on with that. So, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.